After studying a lot of different religions in the world, in particular Christianity, Islam, Judaism, a little bit of Rastafarianism, some of the readings of Buddha, and very, very general Hinduism, and along with the cultural practices of South Africans, particularly the Zulu people, Maxhosa, Swati, Besotho, Amatswana, Mandebele. And I think just looking at the whole world, I decided to create my own belief system because I realized none of these beliefs fully captured and encapsulated who I am and who I want to be. Bold move, brave move, creating your own belief system. And because I understand the power of belief systems, I was expecting a lot of backlash. I was surprised by how many people were quite supportive. Penalism is officially 4 years old. I have put the origin date as the 15th of June. It's not really, but I think it's a nice firm date to hold on to, the 15th of June 2018. So as of the 15th of June 2022, my belief system became 4 years old. It's mine. I don't need anyone else to believe in it but me. And nothing is really original under the sun anymore. Anything that is original is normally a fusion of two or more ideologies. So I've borrowed from a lot of different religions, of course, a lot of cultural practices. And I've written a book because I realize the most powerful belief systems in the world today are documented. And some of the belief systems that are disintegrating, that are falling away, that are becoming irrelevant, are struggling in particular because they're not documented. In written format, of course, but obviously today we've got audio, we've got visual. And I've also understood the power of brands. Nike, just do it. The McDonald's, Golden Ox, I believe. Coca-Cola, of course. Apple today, Google, Facebook, TikTok came out of nowhere during the lockdown. BMW, Mercedes-Benz, really, really powerful brands, powerful colors. McDonald's is yellow, Coca-Cola is red. I understand the power of those things. I've studied them. So I'm creating a belief system with the hope that some of those influences will come through. I've borrowed from a lot of different beliefs, at least some of the cooler parts of those beliefs. One of the things I realized in building a belief system is that one of the major reasons people believe in a God, in a prophet, in a Messiah, in a cultural ideology, is because it tends to answer questions that normal human beings cannot answer, and that science in particular has struggled greatly to answer. 3 of the most important questions that human beings have are: number 1, where do we come from? Number 2, what happens after we die? And number 3, what is our purpose on this earth? Penalism does not have definitive answers on these, and they're going to be a work in progress. I mean, some of the biggest beliefs, the Abrahamic ones at least, and Hinduism, of course, are 2,000, 2,500, 4,000, over 4,000 years old. So they've had time to come up with like really cool and intelligent and complex answers. I've got a little bit of time, and hopefully some of my believers and fans, people that identify with following me as a leader, as a thought, as an idea, are going to work on some of them. But in being asked that question, where do we come from? Where are we going? What is our purpose? I've come up with this answer for now. And that answer is rooted somewhat in science fiction, somewhat in the movies I've watched, somewhere inside my own brain and my own awareness and consciousness. Consciousness is this idea that you are alive, that you exist, that you see other human beings, other creatures, other creations, nature. And when you're born, when you're young, as far as our memory is concerned, of which we can't really trust our memory, you feel like you don't remember what you were seeing at 2 months old, 7 months old. You might have some memories of when you were 5 years old, 8 years old. Some of it is blurry now, vague. And obviously some of the most traumatic, most exciting parts of your history, those normally are quite bright in your memory. First time you had sex, first time you fell in love, the day you bought your first car, the first time you made a lot of money, when you traveled to an exotic country, etc., etc. Where do we come from? We don't come from anywhere. Your entire existence is premised on when your consciousness started. That means nothing existed before that point. Everyone who tells you about history, everyone who tells you about your past, about your family, they are just a part of your consciousness, and you have created them into existence. Without them, they do not exist. It's like switching on a TV. There's nothing playing on TV until you switch it on. There's no world, there's no history that exists until you are conscious. Doesn't exist. So all history has been manufactured in your brain. All the people in your life have been manufactured in your brain. The fact that you see your family and your parents and you're trying to find your father, all of that has been manufactured by you. Because without you, it doesn't exist. What happens when you die? What happens when you die is whatever you want it to be. If you believe in heaven and a God and angels wearing white, playing harps, eating grapes, that is where you're going when you die. If you believe in a hell with a red devil with horns and a big fork and eternal fire, that's where you're going. Psychologically, because your brain creates everything. If you believe in reincarnation, you will die and be born as something or someone else. And if you believe that everything ends as soon as you die, it all blacks out. We have dreams, which are mini death episodes where we lose consciousness and we plug into sometimes some type of subconsciousness and alternative universes. Inspired by our real lives, inspired by who we believe our ancestors are or have been, inspired by premonitions and prophetic thoughts of the future that we have created. What is our purpose on earth? There is no purpose but to exist, to be, to play around in your mind and with the physical creations you have made, to find the most fulfilling rewards. You are the starring in the movie of your life. You can also be an extra and a nobody, and a victim, and a victor and an oppressor. All depends on what you create in your brain. And the sooner you can plug into your brain and really, really embrace and own your power, the sooner you can become the God of your life and define and dictate your reality and your existence. Penuel the Black Pen. Penuel is God. Penuelism is the answer.